What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Two Game Podcast. I'm Matt Primo, joined by Christian Valencia.
What's up, everybody?
Christian is on location. I say on location. He's not really on location, but he's not in location, so to speak.
I'm not in my house. So.
Exactly. But this week, we have some sad news to report. Okay, an icon in the anime manga world has passed away. Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, among other things. But we're going to do an episode today kind of centered around remembering him. I'm sure Christian is the same. Dragon Ball is what got me into anime. Yep. Dragon Ball took over my life.
Yep.
Okay. We are going to be remembering him, talking about the best episodes of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, what we love so much about that manga and that anime. So stick around for that. But before we do that, we're going to talk about our playlist, what we've been watching, listening, playing. Christian's been playing some Helldivers 2, which I kind of teased the tip a little bit last episode. And we are here to finally discuss Helldivers 2. And by we, I mean him. So that's going to be towards the back end of the episode. But before we jump into our playlist, guys, I have a little treat for y'all, okay? 2 treats. Technically 4 treats, if you count how many things I'm about to show you.
Well, I'm ready.
First off, I'll give you the little news that we have. Tomorrow, March 20th, I am recording with Carmen our first episode of Screamcast. This is going to be our welcome episode. It's a brand new podcast that you can check out, Screamcast. We're going to be talking about anything and everything scary in this world, whether that be horror movies, whether that be haunted houses, murders, real life shit. We're going to be talking about that probably about every other week is what we're kind of shooting for. Also, to tease the tip a little bit, planning on doing a on-location episode for that at the Myrtles Plantation, which I don't know if y'all know that, but that is one of the most haunted places in America. So just fucking pin that for the rest for future reference, okay? But other than that, I have 3 things to show y'all. It's a little collection that I'm starting. I'm going to get in the horror mood here. So there's a Universal Monsters and Ninja Turtles collaboration going on. And they've basically, I don't know if y'all can see very well here, they converted all the Ninja Turtles to Universal Monsters. So this one is Leonardo and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Pretty fucking dope. And this one is... I actually, this is the first time I've seen this one up until the moment I bought it. But this is the Hunchback of Notre Dame Leonardo version. See if I can get some. There we go.
Oh, Quasimodo.
You're right. And then last but not least, Raphael as the Wolfman. This one's pretty fucking dope, not gonna lie. Not gonna fucking lie. That's probably my favorite, honestly. So yeah, I got it at Target. They're like $37. It's a little pricey, okay, but they're dope looking. So yeah, I'm gonna start a little like horror figures and little collection for my my little shelf back here. Now, if you are listening on anything other than YouTube and Spotify, you don't really get the satisfaction of seeing what I just showed you, but you can go to YouTube or Spotify and see us as we are doing this episode. But I digress. Anyways, that's enough of all that. It is time to jump into our playlist. Sir, I think I made you proud this week. I watched some fucking anime, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and say I watched as much as everybody else, but for me, it was good, okay? So, what have you been watching?
So I've been trying to finish up Kingdom of Ruin. I've been watching all the weekly releases, Solo Leveling, how not to use.
So good.
It is so good. We'll go back to that. How to not to use healing magic, and Shangri-La is another one that I've been watching. I've been trying to go on my little tangent, and try to go find something I'm not comfortable with, that I don't want to just go, let me watch that. Yeah. But I haven't yet found anything that I just, it's very piques the interest, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But,
gets the tip moving a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I give it that three episode watch. I'm like, oh, it's just so miserable. I mean, I did watch Erased, and that one kind of held my interest for a while. Pretty much, do go back and finds that he can go back in time by stealing other people's powers that certain people have, and the only way he could do that was through his eyesight, and somebody takes his eyes, so he can't leave and go back in time. So
then.
and then it got really shitty afterwards. I was like, oh, you took that man's powers. Look, there's a lot of death and carnage in that one. It's not gruesome, but there's a lot of death. And I'm okay with it.
I like death.
I do too.
So we'll stick with the animes, okay, that I've watched first. I decided to finally. I was sitting there one day, not fucking doing a goddamn thing, okay, and I was like, you know what? It's time to it's time to finish Attack on Titan. Okay, it's time to fucking put that series to bed. Both are out in dub. They've been out for dub for forever now. It's time to commit and watch these. I think the first part is like a little bit over an hour, and the second part is almost an hour and a half. So you know what? Knock both of them out in just a couple of days. And let me tell you, I had already texted Christian a little bit, and Chris and I watched the show together pretty much when we first started watching it. And I texted him a little bit. And if you have not watched the finales, the last two episodes, I don't know what the fuck you want to call them. I call them movies essentially because that's fucking how long they are.
Right.
Satisfying would be the word that I would use. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, it was the best finale of all time. It was like I was fucking hooping and hollering and fucking like, yeah, this is some fucking badass shit. I mean, the fights are dope. Don't get me wrong. The fights are really good. But I think ultimately the finales are satisfying. I think they answered pretty much all the questions that we had up to that point, which is a shit ton of questions. But they managed to do it. The biggest issue that I have with the last two finales, the biggest two, and again, no fucking spoilers or anything like that. The biggest issue that I have is lore dumps. Okay, and what I mean by that is you get action and you get some character moments, and it's fucking all dandy, and then it's like the last like 20 minutes of the episode or movie, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they just answer every goddamn question that you had for fucking like 10 years in those fucking like 10 minutes. And it's like, why are y'all dumping all of this on me? Shout out all at once.
Well,
I would have preferred them kind of slowly and methodically answer those questions because intimately, yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, I had to read a recap of the last two episodes to fully understand what the fuck just happened, because they just threw so much shit at you at once that it was like, okay, this is so convoluted, which is normal for the TV show. I mean, for the anime, it's a overly convoluted series, and I think that's its biggest issue. Ultimately, is it tries to be so much smarter and it's actually complicating at the same time. But overall, I thought the series ended on a high note, and I don't know how else it could have ended. But it also makes me interested in reading the manga, which I do have like the first, I don't know, like the 8 volumes, I think. So definitely gonna check that out eventually. It's not something I'm like bringing to work tomorrow and fucking reading or some shit, because I still have Solo Leveling to to read. Which brings me to the other anime that I've been watching. Nice little fucking segue that I got going on there. I'm getting good at it. 3 years into this, man. I should be better at these segues, and I'm getting to it. Okay.
Fair. That's completely
Solo
fair.
leveling. I said to myself, it's time to catch up on solo leveling. You know, Christian is fucking like I see his dick from fucking 20 miles away whenever he watches this. The earth shatters when it shakes a little bit. Yeah. Like I know your body, sir.
I know. It's fantastic.
So I decided to watch the dub. I'm not. I've already started in the dub, so I might as well just keep with the dub. So I'm behind like 2 episodes, I think. So, sir, I binged the fuck out of solo leveling. I watched all. I think I had six episodes to watch, and I watched them. I watched 5 of them in one day, and I watched the other one the next day. And it wasn't because I wanted to stop. It was because work was got a little crazy at one point, so I had to stop fucking watching it. So fucking good. So fucking good. I love the fact that it's very hard to bring a video game esque aspect to a TV, like to a anime or whatnot, to really incorporate the fact that video game feel. I don't know if that makes any sense. What I'm saying.
I understand.
But I think they're doing it perfectly. Honestly, like as good as you can to make it okay. This is like legitimately an anime version of a video game, and I think they're doing it perfectly at this point. The combat is great. The action, great. It's very much fast paced. I honestly, this last episode that I watched, it was the one right after he tries to take down the 3-headed dog. He tries to take down the dungeon. The next episode is him kind of setting up the other guild that he wants to be a part of, right? So that episode alone doesn't have, I don't think, any action in it. To be honest, I think it's all just set up.
Lore.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that was needed. I know it's a much slower episode that they've had so far, but I think we needed it to kind of get to know the characters a little bit better and to kind of showcase what that world is, and like you said, to kind of drop some of the lore and whatnot. So I appreciated the slower episode. What about you?
Oh, I know, dude. From like I said before, it is a 1-to-1 with the manga. So everything that I read is the book. I mean, like I said, they have little hits and things that they changed, or they may have designed it a little different, but it's the same thing. I loved how they changed the pace in the books, so I could learn, the sister. I can learn why this person's the way they are now versus like the healer. Can't think of her name right now. The one that healed him in the beginning.
Yeah.
Her. You get to see a little bit of her. Then you got to see a little bit of the other people that survived. But then you also got to see the agency, the secrets, the stuff that they go behind. You go, okay, something's not right here. and I'm curious. You have my attention.
And Christopher Sabat voicing one of the characters in there. Bruh. Very much interested to see how that goes. Because he ain't gonna play as just a one-off character. It's gonna be a main character going forward.
And the fucking score for that last episode. Was it 4 or 5? I think it was.
I think it was 5.
5, yeah. Oh, so good.
You talking about when the spoilers, I guess.
The 5 killings?
Yeah, the 5 killings. The score with that's what you're referring to, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Christian had mentioned a few weeks ago, it was reminiscent of the My Hero Academia episode with the score. He's not fucking wrong, guys. Okay? He's not wrong.
Nope. It was
I think
fantastic.
we should just all get to the point where we just trust Christian on this.
With anime, yes. Like they were posting all over the place. A lot of the whatchamacallit, the other old animes. They're like, "Welcome to the club." One of the best anime songs, and they were like showing like My Hero and Dragon Ball, and all these other ones showing these different songs, and they're like, welcome to the club," and I was like, "You're not wrong." You're not wrong.
It was pretty dope.
I have that
I tell
song
you one
on
thing.
Spotify, by the way. I had to say it.
One thing, and it doesn't bother me because I fucking skipped it. But episode 7.5, they already fucking did a recap episode, bro.
So what had happened was, and the only reason I did a recap is because the guy who did the Japanese, that fight with the serpent at the ground in the first dungeon, he screamed so hard he started vomiting blood.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So he was so much into that character that they gave him a little bit of time off to do the voicing. So that was what you got, that little recap to help him recover.
Oh, I mean, I skipped it regardless. So I mean, it didn't really affect me any.
I skimmed through it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't watch it really.
I mean, it was either watch that or watch something more anime. So I was like, I'll skip it. I literally just watched these episodes.
Right.
I watched these earlier today. I don't need to watch it again.
That's it.
So I'm super fucking nerdy when it comes to like rankings and shit like that. I'm keeping a rankings of all the anime that I've watched. So Evans, it's fucking. I told you this. Demon Hunter is the only one that recent memory next to My Hero Academia where I just binge the fuck out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Had a stroke there. Sorry. Those series I watched back to back to back to back and didn't even care. Enjoyed it. Now the great thing about those those animes is the fact that they're paced very well. There's not a whole lot of filler in some of those animes. Same with this. Not a whole lot of filler. It's all fucking, it's balls to the wall. Let's go fuck each other kind of thing.
That next episode you're about to go balls to the wall again.
Yes. Because I had texted you and I was like, hey, when's the next episode come out? And you're like, this day?
It comes out every Saturday.
Dude, fucking Tina was sitting right there and she scared the fuck out of me. Staring at me through the fucking window, man.
Creepy ass.
Cheeks, you a joke? Yeah. Damn it. Some things never change.
I know.
When you told me the new episode was out, I was like, say less. And I fucking watched it right then and there.
It's so good.
And I am going to continue doing that for the rest of the season. Do you know how many episodes are supposed to be in the first season?
12.
And we're already halfway through it. That's depressing.
It is. But it's already guaranteed for season 2.
Boy, they be stupid.
It got guaranteed episode 2.
Episode 2?
Yeah. After episode 2, they're like, yeah, season 2 is announced. I'm like, okay. Oh no.
The other anime that I had already started it, but I guess it's been so long since I had watched it, I kind of fucking forgot where I was. So I restarted the Eminence and Shadow, and I finally remember where I was because I'm past that point now. And I'm really, really enjoying it. I think out of the recent animes that I watched, it's definitely not like up here. Like Solo Leveling is definitely, like, to me, way better than Eminence and Shadow.
Yep, I agree.
But I'm really enjoying it, and I like. It seems to be. I don't even know how to describe how I feel about it. It also seems kind of complicated in the way, and maybe you can better explain this, because it feels like I'm missing like episodes from the first 3 episodes. It feels like there's chunks missing to me.
So throughout, my nephew said the same thing when he first started watching it. they go back throughout the series. They go back to certain parts, and they make sense. But you also got to remember, in his head, he's making all this up. In his head. They believe every fucking word out of his mouth. But the funny thing is, everything he says is true. He doesn't know it. So he thinks they're just entertaining him and just making sure they don't hurt his feelings. So he's playing two different, things. Like he's faking it till he makes it versus what he really wants is just money and to be relaxed and be a background character.
And in return, he's not being a background character at all.
He is not, and he doesn't know it.
Okay, all right. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better because I'm like, huh? What? Like, I feel like we just skipped ahead, or what the fuck? It didn't even explain it that well.
He goes back in different memories, and he'll go back, and you'll see. There's a lot of not filler, but there's a lot that makes sense later
on. Okay, well, that makes me feel better. I think, I don't know, I'm like 6 episodes in, I want to say, in season 1. Was there like 12 episodes in season 1?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm almost done with that one. But regardless of the confusion, I mean, once it gets past those first 3 episodes, it's fucking like... bloop.
It's balls to the wall, bro.
Yeah. The other thing that I've been watching is Shogun, which I mentioned last episode. Guys, I recommended it. I'm going to recommend it again, okay? Shogun. Fucking go watch that shit. If you like anything to do with feudal Japan, Japanese history, anything like that, 100% go check out Shogun. It's on Hulu. It is so fucking good. It's not like it's just balls to the wall action or anything like that. It is Game of Thrones in feudal Japan, and it's fucking fantastic. And it's got some decent humor to it too. So there's something that you can look forward to. So Shogun, go check it out. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Did you watch it?
I watched some of it.
So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I will give it props. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But
it's still bad. It wasn't Wonder Woman 84, 86, whatever the fuck it was called. It wasn't that bad.
He's right. It's not nearly that bad. That's not saying much, but it's not that bad.
Right.
I fucking hated that movie. I had talked to Tyler, who is one of our Patreon supporters. Shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. Thank you. There's links down below. Patreon.com/2game. If you want to consider supporting us, we would greatly appreciate that. By the way, I'm trying to get free trials for our Patreon, which would be great for people. And also, no longer charge on the first of the month if you sign up now. If you sign up now, it is subscription-based, so you will pay 1 month later from that point forward. So just a little thing to plug into your brain there if you are so interested in supporting us. I was talking to him about Aquaman, and he said, "Oh, dude, I hated Jason Momoa in this movie." I'm like, bro, I dug the fuck out of Jason Momoa in this movie. Like, he was the thing that carried the fucking movie for me. His little jabs at Ocean Master was fucking great.
Yes, it was. I drank all that water. It's hot out here.
Right. I enjoyed the humor in it for the most part, and I mean it's just it's stupid action, guys. It's a dumb movie, so take it for what you will. I think I gave it like 2.5 stars. It's solid. Okay, it's solid. It's not something that I'm going to probably ever watch again, but it was nice for a one-time watch. Then my son, we watched Revenge of the Sith. Yes. He was like, "Hey, I'm watching episode 3. You want to watch with me?" Fucking say less, motherfucker.
I've been waiting for this day.
But what pisses me off about him, he'll ask me a question, and I'm like, "Bro, did you not watch episode 2? No. Well, fucking go watch episode 2, motherfucker.
Bruh.
It's like, stop asking me questions when you have an order for these movies. You should have watched the first 2.
This sounds like my wife.
Exactly.
What am I watching? Where is that? Why is he doing it? Motherfucker.
And then we also watched Rogue One, which I haven't seen in years.
It's a good one.
Dude, fucking solid, man. That's like a top 5 Star Wars movie.
Pretty good.
It's a solid fucking movie. I remember not liking it as much when we first watched it, but that movie has grown on me.
Sure.
Ooh. It's definitely grown on me over the last couple watches that I've had with it. Just because I've kind of had to turn my brain off of what a non-Skywalker movie should be. And yeah, it was pretty fucking good. But one more thing I've watched. Separation, which is on Peacock. Highly recommend. Do not fucking watch that, okay? It is I wanted to fucking kill myself, guys, okay? Plain and simple. I can't believe I watched all 1 hour and 45 minutes of that movie. And did not kill myself. It's fucking bad. It's fucking bad. I was like, for like the first 20 minutes, I'm like, you know what? This is not as bad as everybody says it is. And then it was like minute 25. Yeah, it's fucking bad. It's fucking bad.
Horrible. It's fucking horrible.
But yeah, hopefully we'll probably talk about that a little bit more on the Screamcast podcast. So, what have you been listening to, sir?
Nothing really, to be honest with you. I have my little preset fucking workout thing. It's got a mix between Breaking Benjamin, your favorite band, Limp Bizkit.
Dude, I didn't tell you this. I didn't fucking tell you this. We were at the hockey game.
Yeah.
Okay, and Nick was like 2 seats down from me. Dude, I forget what song it was,
Nookie?
But they started playing. Huh?
Was it Nookie?
It may have been Nookie.
They do it off of the Nookie?
Yeah, it may have been Nookie. I started bobbing my head, and then I fucking realized what song I was listening to, and I looked at Nick, and I was like, bro, I can't believe what I just fucking did.
That's right. Enjoy it.
I hate myself.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Yes. But yes, I have like Bring Me to Horizon. I have some Sleep Theory in there. I have Aurora, the song from Solo Leveling is in there, and a couple other little knickknacks that I have listened to throughout and just threw in there. A lot of solos, I guess. Solo songs.
I got you.
Yeah.
A little mix.
A little mix, yeah. Yeah.
I've been kind of all over the place, honestly. It's really been based on my mood. When I listen to like super technical music, I'm like hyper fucking focused on shit. So I've been listening to some Gojira and Mastodon. But then when I need something to like keep my interest and to kind of just make me chill out a little bit in a weird way, I'll listen to like Periphery, which is like progressive metal. And then when I need like a pick me up, Galleons is there. Really fucking great album they just released. Crystal Lake, been shuffling them into the playlist as well here lately. When I need to like fucking punch a small child in the face, aka my kids, I'll put in Crystal Lake to prevent said thing happening.
Yes.
Don't call CPS on me, guys. Okay, I don't hit my kids. Wait, do you take my kids away if you call them? Oh no, don't call them.
Yeah, but it's the jail time you have to worry about.
No, I can't go there, guys. I won't survive.
Oh no, you'll
survive.
I'm fresh meat. You'll survive, sir.
I can't be someone's bitch. Sure. All right, so the playing. We've both been playing Rebirth.
Yep.
I haven't I think I'm like 14 hours in at this point. I'm on the second region. I don't want to talk about Rebirth a whole lot because I want to save that for a future episode where we really dive into that video game. Let me tell you, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you all one thing from the previous episode till now. The fucking game changes, man, from what I was talking about on that previous episode. Because I texted Chris a couple of times. I'm like, bro, you didn't fucking tell me any of this shit was happening. He goes, well, you said no spoilers.
I mean, he's fair.
That's fair. I can't argue with you on that. But yeah, guys, once that game opens up, there were things in that game that I didn't know was going on. Like just from like the trailers and whatnot. no idea what I'd be doing, and I'm loving it so far. That's all I'll say. Moving on, unless you want to say something real quick.
It still hasn't fixed what Chris said something on that last episode about, hey, wait a second, wait till you get to this point, it's going to explain everything. I'm still waiting. I'm at chapter 10 now. Still waiting.
Text Chris about that because I deleted that little portion of that episode, so people out there don't even know what you're talking about. Because I talked to him afterwards, I was like, "Is that a spoiler?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, all right."
What, me talking about Crisis Core is not spoilers, sir.
What?
That game? No. Because that game came out hella long time ago. Hella long time ago. They remade it, and put it on PlayStation.
It's up for debate.
Not a spoiler, sir, if it's already been out there forever.
Are we still talking about Crisis Core?
Sure.
All right. So we will talk about Helldivers 2 first, since we're already kind of in the playlist and whatnot.
Right.
And then we'll kind of get into Dragon Ball Z and remembering Akira Toriyama. Sir, I know we had talked last week or so, actually a couple weeks ago, and it was in relation to Helldivers 2 being a shit ton of fun, and everybody was fucking talking about it. And it was basically everybody was jerking off to this fucking game, okay? Because it was so fucking good. And then a fucking patch happened.
Yep.
Correct? And then the very fucking next day, I don't want to put words in your mouth, I'm paraphrasing, of course. You said, fuck this shit. And you called it doo-doo, essentially. So let me know what your thoughts are on Helldivers. Let's start from the very beginning, before the patch.
Think of it as Starship Troopers Burst, as also as in what's another game? Just Halo. I guess the best way, Halo and what was it? Fucking Star Wars Battlefront. You know what I'm talking about? The original one?
Yeah.
The good one? That one mixed with Starship Troopers, mixed with a little bit of Halo.
Okay.
So,
and it's a live service game?
Yes, it's all live.
Okay.
So you could go on a planet. There's other people playing. You can play with those other people if you'd like to. Or you can start your own little mission and they can join you actively. You have 4 people at one time. And it shows you on each planet how many people are in or on that planet. And it actively updates conquering or losing said war on that world. Actively. So you can go on a planet, destroy, you can fight the automatons, which is basically the fucking Terminators on crack. Or you can fight the bugs, just like fucking Starship Troopers. They added stratagems, which is a pretty fucking awesome thing you can do. Pretty much use your I can't even think of the name of it now. Fucking directional pad. And you do a certain sequence and you could drop bombs, call in gear, you revive people, the whole 9 yards while playing. So you could be shooting, you could be running for your life, and actively pulling, like you could do orbital strikes, you could do pretty much a fucking mini nuke, if you unlock it, that is. You can do air strikes, air raids, you can call down machine guns, rocket launchers, as long as you have set up previously before you go on that planet your stratagems. So you have the revive automatically, you have a resupply automatically. Then you have an SOS, which is like if you're playing by yourself, you call for other people to come help you. Then you had 4 stratagems, which are of your choice. You can have like a Gatling gun, like a mini turret, the whole 9 yards. Like, it's very vast. Now, since the new update, it's been like 3, There's mechs. Just saying.
Ooh.
The jazz. And they're fantastic. They are about to release a new enemy. Because in the original one, from what Josh told me, there was 3 different species they were fighting. They're about to release the 3rd one. Hey. There's a dude named Alex who runs the whole thing. It is basically like D&D. He is the fucking dungeon master, and he can just go on there one day and go, fuck this world. Y'all lost it. Or he can make it even harder. Just depends on him. Whenever he feels like it. And he's a dick. So you know that. He's a big dick. So it was really fun before the first update. You had a railgun, which pretty much fucking killed everything, depending on, obviously the monster you shot. Some of the bigger monsters, you took like 3 or 4 shots. So it was balanced. Yes, it was overpowered, but it was balanced because these fucking things were like fucking colossal titans you were fighting that vomited green shit that killed you instantly. Just say. I died more to them than I killed them. Let me put that one. It did fucking matter. So when they did that, now it took like 9 to 10 shots to kill them, and they fucked up the spawning rate. So you would get like 7 of those fucking titans coming at you at once. So then the new update after that, they fixed that, but they didn't fix the guns. So it made it a little more bearable, but not very much. But then they introduced the mechs. So now you're running around with mechs slaughtering people, which is fantastic because they got a Gatling gun on them and rockets. It's fantastic. And they're constantly.
So are you still playing it?
Oh yeah, I'm still playing it. It's just, it's a lot more fun with people. And right now, there's a lot of people within the game that are still believe in meta builds. So if you don't have these certain meta builds on, they either kick you from the party, so you can't play, or they'll kill you while you're like loading up and ruining your fun, basically in a nutshell. And
fucking bastards.
There's a lot of like misconception between a lot of it. Like everything is shared. Everything you find on the planet is shared. Except for like we can pick up ammo. You have to pick up ammo yourself. But like you find not supplies, the gems, like common gems and all this other stuff, that's all shared evenly. So if I'm carrying it, you still get it at the end, just like I do. But people were murdering everybody just for them. And it was just like fucking chaos. It's still super fun when you have 4 people running around. You kill each other quite a bit. I have mini nuke that I throw around, and yeah, sometimes you don't know the radius because you can't see the radius. You can't see the radius.
Whoopsie!
I've killed Josh so many times.
That's what you're just like. My bad, bro.
I'm like, Josh, run! He's like, oh shit! I did that. But yeah, I haven't played it since the mechs. Because the mechs were kind of like, you have to go to a certain area to get them. Now you can call them. I just haven't been on to do it because I've been playing Final Fantasy, so I haven't really had the time to use it.
Oh, okay. I know a lot of people were into it. It's just I don't know, just not my thing. I guess I'm not a huge live service kind of guy, and little shooter aspect of it just kind of a turn off. But hey, I mean, no, I'm all for it for other people enjoying it.
It was fun when it first came out. It was very addicting, very addicting.
I'll give you addicting.
Oh no!
Promises.
Oh no! Hold on.
Right. All right. So, guys, unfortunately, Akira Toriyama died here recently. He was the creator of Dragon Ball. He created over 40 different manga series throughout his career. So I thought it was an appropriate time to really remember him, and because this guy, believe it or not, it's hard to say, hey, this one person or this one thing kind of changed the course of your life. And I don't want to. I don't want to sit here and say, oh my God, it's like this huge fucking thing, right? Where like my life would not be the exact same if it were not for this or anything like that. But if we're being honest, it'd be drastically different. Okay.
Sure.
And that is in relation to Dragon Ball Z. Sir, I remember coming home every single day watching Dragon Ball from the. Okay, let me rephrase that. I saw Dragon Ball after Dragon Ball Z, or
Correct.
during Dragon Ball Z.
Correct.
In between the sagas.
Yep.
So I started from episode 1 of Dragon Ball Z, and it was every day after school, man. I'd fucking watch the episode, and it was a routine. I'd get home, do my homework, and it was
Yep.
ramen time, bruh.
Yep.
Chicken flavored ramen was my thing. I'd eat a bowl of ramen, top ramen at that, and it was Dragon Ball Z time. And it is a memory that I will hold for the rest of my life. But Dragon Ball Z is just like you just think Toonami.
Yep.
When you think Dragon Ball Z.
I don't, because the way I was introduced to Dragon Ball Z was my babysitter. God, it's so old. My babysitter would bring over the VHSs of the things uncut. Okay, now, it's weird to say that out loud now because what's uncut anymore. But yes, they were uncut, so you saw like the different extra blood and stuff that TV wouldn't show you. And I think I started from the Frieza saga. No, yes, the Frieza saga, which is really weird because it's a weird place to start. But then, then I started realizing it was on TV and started watching it on Toonami, on Cartoon Network, and then trying to, and you can watch it on the computer. You go to DragonBallZ.com, .net, and it would play the theme song from the American version with the metal.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just leave that on. I would just leave that on in my bedroom. Blaring.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yep. And it would play that, and then you could watch episodes from there. So I would watch from episode 1 to where the VHS that my babysitter had.
Dude, those VHSs were ahead of their time, I think. And I don't think they have been able to ever recreate what those VHSs were able to do, because you flip them one way and it creates a picture.
Well, the DVDs do the same thing.
Cool.
The DVD cases, yep, they sure do.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if any other if any other anime has ever done that. The ones that I don't really buy physical copies of anime, although I do have some of Demon Slayer. Dragon Ball Z is the only one that I know of that I have like actual physical copies of it, and that's just something I always remember, man. Going to fucking Walmart and oh man, there's fucking 3 more episodes out on VHS. Add this to my collection.
Yep.
And they were what, like $10?
Yeah, that.
God damn it. So I started watching this, and I didn't really dive into anime a whole lot, not until really you and I started working together. I mean, I had watched a little bit of Gundam Wing, which was fucking awesome, by the way. It was just, for whatever reason, I didn't catch all of Gundam Wing. It was like sporadically that I could watch it. I don't know what the deal was with that. And then a little bit of Yu Yu Hakusho. I watched a little bit of that.
It's a good one too.
Yeah. then that was Toonami, guys. That was Toonami and Cartoon Network, and it was fucking fantastic. And it was all because of Akira Toriyama.
Okay.
And you go back and you play some of these games like Dragon Quest. He created that. Chrono Trigger. I mean, granted, they all look like they came from Dragon Ball Z, but I digress.
Yeah, that's fair.
But one thing, when I was preparing for this episode, Dragon Ball came out in 1984. Did you know that there is no Dragon Ball Z? It wasn't until it came to the Western audiences that they split it.
Oh,
So
yes, I do remember hearing
Dragon
about
Ball, Dragon Ball was the entire thing, like Dragon Ball
Right.
and Dragon Ball Z put together. It was just called Dragon Ball for the manga. Excuse me.
that. Right.
For Western audiences, they split it. So Dragon Ball ended, and then Dragon Ball Z started with the Saiyan saga, not the Saiyan saga, the Raditz saga.
Yeah.
And it started from there. And I didn't fucking know that, honestly, because I was trying to look for when did Dragon Ball Z actually start, and it gave me the same date as Dragon Ball, and I was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But I digress. A little fun fact for y'all if y'all didn't know that. That was strictly for Western audiences. But that theme song, man.
Yes. The American version is so good.
I need. Look, I know everybody's gonna sit here and say sub and all that good shit. We're not getting into that debate, okay? The dub is superior, okay? It's not even a fucking debate, okay? It is what it is, okay, guys. I hate to be just matter of fact about it, but it's a matter of fact, okay? The American music in Dragon Ball Z was
the movies.
so fucking good.
The movies.
You remember false Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Goku?
Yes, that was
That was Disturbed.
No, I was talking about Lord Slug. The movie
Yes,
Lord Slug.
Yep. When he punches him and he goes the false Super Saiyan.
Yes.
And it's Stupefy. Bro. That just made me fucking stroke it, okay, guys? I was diamond status at that fucking young age, okay? It was fucking amazing.
And then Broly's movie. So the first two, Bio Broly and regular Broly, the music in those were so good too.
And Cooler's Revenge.
Oh, yep, that's right. I forgot that one.
Yep. That's one thing I wish I had, because for some reason it's very difficult to get those editions of the American music and whatnot. And you know what I say to that? Y'all go fuck yourselves, okay? That shit was fucking superior, and y'all fucking know it, and you're keeping it from us.
It's fair. That is fair. Bastards. So
in terms of what were some of your favorite Dragon Ball? We know what the worst was, okay? We want to talk about Garlic Jr. Saga. Fuck that. Fuck that saga. Okay?
Don't talk about that.
Like Akira Toriyama, you created probably the best anime manga of all time. Garlic Jr. Look, we strike out every once in a while, okay? You struck out.
I don't know what peyote you were on, but I'm glad you stopped.
Right. So what are some of your favorite moments, DVD episodes that like you're never gonna forget?
Obviously, the number one, when Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time. That is the number one that probably a lot of other people that are listening to this will always remember that scene. How the fucking lightning comes down, he's all pissed off. I'm like, bro, this is about to fucking happen. He's about to fucking throw down. And I'm like, oh, yes. Fucking 3 more episodes later. God, yes.
And you know the funny thing about that is all your friends, all of them, okay, that were watching Dragon Ball Z, you were fucking talking about it episode to episode. Dude, he's going Super Saiyan soon. No, the fuck he's not. 5 episodes later, he went fucking Super Saiyan, bruh. And
phone calls were happening.
you and your friends guaranteed reenacted.
Oh yeah.
At some point in your fucking life, that Super Saiyan Goku scene.
Oh yeah. Definitely. You get
out of the shower, you spike your hair up, dude. It was a phenomenon.
It's fantastic. was definitely fantastic. My next scene would probably be when Trunks showed up. That's my favorite character out of all of Dragon Ball Z is Trunks. Um, he showed up, beat the fucking blocks off of fucking Frieza like it was nothing, and just like joked and laughed and fucking whipped his dick out on him, Shim, whatever it is. um,
Do
and
you
then
do you
yeah,
remember the Frieza saga ended? You know,
right.
spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't watched fucking Dragon Ball Z before. Goku dies in that final episode. Do you remember ever feeling like kind of like lost, like because there was talk about that series stopping
He
from what
didn't
I
die.
remember, or
He,
well, no. Okay, we assumed he died. Okay,
oh yeah.
yeah, we assumed he died,
I was
and the
like, wait a
like
second.
because the anime took a break
It did.
at
It
that
did take a
point,
break.
and it was like back then it was not like we had now where we had the internet to scour through. We had fucking dial up, and
We had
information was scarce back then.
it was based off of fucking he said, she said, or if you add the awesomeness of Shonen Jump, the magazine back then. I may have dabbled a little bit in it, but yes, Shonen Jump definitely filled some of that void of of the rumors. I guess is the
Yes,
best thing.
but yeah, like I didn't know anything about that when I was that age, so it
Right.
was like, is it coming back? Like, is it over? Or like, what the
I
fuck?
need answers. I need answers.
And then Garlic Junior Saga happened, and we were like,
Oh.
probably should just ended
Yeah.
it.
Yep. Yep. Ugh.
I will agree with you. I think when you think Dragon Ball Z, you are 100% going to start thinking the first thing you think about is Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time. 100%.
Yep.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you think of anything else in relation to Dragon Ball Z. I think another one would be Super Saiyan 3. That was such a phenomenal episode.
Yep.
I just to me I know a lot of people say shit about how there's a lot of filler, which I didn't know that Dragon Ball Z was only 26 volumes. Which I don't know if y'all are keeping score out there or anything, but that's not much more than fucking Demon Slayer.
That's fair.
When you think about it, and it's like, how many episodes of Dragon Ball Z were there? Like hundreds. So
Yeah. It's a lot of
was
filler.
there? Yeah, so they put a lot of filler in there, and I know a lot of people talk shit about it, but you know what? I can honestly rewatch that series from beginning to end, excluding Garlic Junior Saga, and be completely content with it. I mean,
Yeah.
the build up on Namek Saga, on when he was on Namek, when he was in the fucking rejuvenation chamber
Oh yeah.
for like 20 episodes, and you're like, God damn it, man, he's coming out next episode, man. Next week, he is not coming out. And you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I do remember that. And then the fucking Namek was blowing up for what? 15 episodes?
Dude, it was
16
fucking more than that.
episodes. They're like,
This
it's
planet's
got
gonna blow up
minutes
and
left, and I'm like, what the fuck? They're still fighting.
I guarantee you, anybody that thinks of Dragon Ball Z and they think about the time, everybody's gonna bring up that complaint.
Yep.
It's like I don't really even care. It doesn't really bother me, honestly. But I think it's funny more than
It's
anything.
hilarious.
The Android Saga, so good, so good. We got introduced to Trunks, which to me, finally seeing Vegeta achieve Super Saiyan was really fucking cool. I think they did my boy dirty though. I don't think they really gave him the limelight enough for him to because I mean that's something he was trying to achieve for hundreds of episodes.
Yep.
And then he finally gets it, and it's just like, okay, I mean that was a fucking cool scene. Don't get me fucking wrong here, but like I think y'all could have done something a little bit different with that.
Yep. Do you remember which one? Do you remember? Chris Sabat or the other guy? I can't think of his name. Which one did you watch? Because there's two.
I
There's two
mean,
versions.
there is.
So I should
I've
technically
always
there's
just
three.
known
Technically there's three.
there is technically 3. You're right, and there's also technically 2. There's 2 different Gokus, or is it 3 Gokus?
I think there's two.
Sean Shamel is
Sean
not
Shamel was not
the
the whole time.
no, because they changed it after the Saiyan saga, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think so. Yes, if I remember correctly. Yes.
I've always just remembered Chris Sabat, but I mean they sound pretty similar, to be honest with you.
So Chris Sabat based his voice off of the original Vegeta.
Oh,
That's why they sound somewhat similar. I may watch that in a biography or sometime, something like that.
Who's counting? But yeah, man, the Boo saga. Do a lot of people hate that saga?
No, because it brought Vegito.
Yes.
It did bring Vegito. I mean, in the beginning, yes, but at the end, not so much. I mean, it brought Mystic Gohan. You had Gotenks, and then you had Vegeta. All released in that saga.
See, I think honestly, I think Dragon Ball Z was at its best from like from episode to episode. I think if you start at the Android saga and go all the way to the end, for the most part, it was like there was no fucking misses there. I think they were at their peak, especially animation wise, from that point forward. I wasn't a huge fan of the Otherworld saga that they did. Like I like it. I'm gonna fucking watch it. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of what the rest of the series was, one of my least favorite sagas.
Yeah, but it brought Gogeta with the Otherworld. Well, the Otherworld movie with Jinenbei or something like that. Brought Gogeta, and that was fucking hot.
Yes.
Granted, he was
the problem
only
with them
like
is
2 seconds.
they never allow that dude to have like fucking longer than 5 minutes in a fucking show or a movie, which is fucking disappointing because he's so fucking cool looking.
Right? Bastards.
And we didn't even mention, sir, one of the all-time greats in the series, okay? And that is the father-son Kamehameha wave.
Oh, which one?
The one where he kills Cell. Yeah, there's 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not the family Kamehameha wave. Just him and Go is so fucking good. And then the best part about that was it had the American music with it on top of that. So fucking good. Yes. I mean, I love that scene so much, guys. That's probably number 2 or 3, if I had to say, in terms of my favorite sequences.
Yep.
I mean, my fucking PlayStation avatar is that scene.
It's true.
So, yes, I fucking love that sequence. It is one of the all-time greatest things ever in anime, 100%. And then Gohan going Super Saiyan was absolutely fantastic.
2.
Yes, 2.
Jeez.
But yeah, man. So yeah, he's gonna very much gonna miss him and his work, and it's an understatement to say that he inspired and influenced. He's one of the greatest influences of any type of media ever. I think you could definitely put him in that category, and I don't think that would be.
A lot of people are talking like, "Oh, if you didn't create anime," I'm like, well, a lot of people aren't saying that, but he did influence a lot of other people to create other anime and other manga. So you have the vast, the newer stuff, because, he wrote older stuff. He was, 50-something years old, something like that?
When he died?
Yeah.
No, I want to say he's like 60 or 70.
Well, I mean, he still wrote old stuff.
He didn't create Dragon Ball until his 30s.
That's what I'm saying. So he created a lot of the newer people by influencing them with Dragon Ball. So you wouldn't have these newer animes. I mean, you would have some, but you wouldn't have certain animes that you watch because of him. So a lot of these people are throwing a big hissy fit because you're like, oh my god, he didn't create anime. You're right, he didn't. Nor did he create manga, but he was a huge influence. So you got to give him the respect that he deserves.
And because of his creation, I mean, how many people? I mean, would Western audiences be that big into anime
Probably not.
if it were not for Dragon Ball Z? I don't think it would. I don't think they would. So
No, no.
I think, yeah, like you said, he didn't create anime, he didn't create manga, but he brought anime and manga to Western audiences. I would say, I would give him that credit. I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I watch Dragon Ball. Maybe some other fucking anime. You know, Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, you had what on Toonami? You had Yu Yu Hakusho. You had Outlaw Star. You had Big Ben, I think it was. It was a big old robot dude. You had Inuyasha. You had some other
Gundam.
different. You had Gundam Wing. You had all kinds of other things that. But you always remember what started first. Gundam, fucking Dragon Ball Z was the first fucking anime you watched, and then it just got. Sorry.
Yep. Yep. I'm giving him all the credit here, man. Like the
Right?
world would be completely different if it were not for Dragon Ball, 100%.
Correct.
So he's going to be greatly missed, and yeah,
I'm curious to see what happens with Super.
yeah, because it looked like they were going to try to restart it, and then I don't know.
I think
doubt
that new one's. I think it was a Dia. I think it's called.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, Dia was coming out, and I think that's gonna be it. Unless he had other projects that we didn't know about that were already in the mix.
Yeah, I forgot all about that series that's coming out. Huh. Well, guys, let us know down below in the comment section what was your favorite Dragon Ball Z episode, moment, character. Vegeta is always gonna be my favorite. That dude has the best character arc of any fucking anime character of all time. I don't give a fuck what you say. That dude went from completely fucking evil to now he's like a great father, better father than Goku is, anyways. And and he is just a stone cold. He's like that dude is fucking top notch. Character development throughout that.
Especially when he found out that the tournament with him and Trunks, Kid Trunks, and the hyperbolic not time chamber. I'm sorry, the capsule corp gravity chamber. And he was like, "You punch me in the face, I'll take you to the park." I'm like, "Yes." Fatherhood.
Right? So yeah, let us know down below, guys, of what you think about Dragon Ball Z. Did it shape your future, your life, whatever the case? Drop down your favorite moments down below. All right, sir, let's close out with our weekly recommendation. What do you recommend to the fine people out there?
I am going to recommend Dragon Ball Z. Just out of respect. If you didn't watch it, definitely watch it, or just rewatch it out of respect.
I think that's fair, and I don't think I can really recommend anything else other than that. So
right.
I'm gonna agree with Christian here. Fucking start it from the beginning and watch it from there. You know, I should rewatch Dragon Ball because that's the one series that I think out of that entire Dragon Ball franchise that I've watched the least.
It's dirty. It's fucking dirty, bro. There's a lot of pennies and a lot of things in there, bro.
Yeah, guys, go check out Dragon Ball Z if you have not done so already. It is, like I said, there's a lot of filler there, but it's good filler, okay? Except Garlic. Fuck that.
It's three bitches.
You like fucking three? Fuck you.
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, no.
But guys, that is going to be it from us. We appreciate y'all joining us, and we will catch y'all next week on another episode. Laters.